What is going on, YouTube? It's Josh coming to you with another video. Today is Monday, August 3rd, 2020. Just wanted to chat with you real quick about the coronavirus relief package. As many of you know, this is still underway. It's still in talks, still kind of back and forth with um, the Democrats and the Republicans. And Democrats and Trump officials apparently met today, still don't have any kind of a relief deal. So here's the big thing. First and foremost, they agree that there should be another $1,200 stimulus check. That is where they agree. And where they disagree and where there is a little bit of um, back and forth is the amount that unemployed Americans get. So, jobless Americans, how much they're going to get. Liability protections for businesses. So, keeping them from being sued, in the next probably 3 to 4 or 5 years. If something were to come up, keeping businesses from being sued should they decide to reopen. And then the amount of state and local relief for local state and local governments that they would be getting as well. So still kind of in the crossroads. I still do think that we will probably hear something this week, if not next week at the absolute latest. The fact of the matter is we are still going to get this $1,200 check at some point. And when is just a matter of is the bigger question. When is that going to happen? So in terms of how much the unemployment benefits is going to be, this is a big one. The Republicans want to do $600, the Democrats want to do $600 extra each week. They want to continue that. The Republicans want to cut that down to $200, and then after a month, break that down to a maximum of $500 per month. So what is going to happen? Who knows? Only time will tell. But what we do know for sure is that it is looking more and more like there is going to be a $1,200 relief package. Now, following the meeting, Pelosi did tell reporters that discussions were productive. So this tells me that, hey, listen, we are kind of in agreement on something, but other things were not. So that means that they are really, really close to a deal. I think that they might hear something this week, maybe next week at the latest. And we have Steve Mnuchin here who came and they agree on the $1,200 check, but are deadlocked on unemployment assistance. So that's really what it comes down to. And here you talk about Pelosi and Mnuchin both took the airwaves Sunday morning to lay out their competing visions for the rescue bill. The key sticking points separating Democrats and Republicans continue to be the federal boost of unemployment, which was set at $600 per week in March and recently lapsed. While the White House come out in favor of reducing the federal assistance to $200 a week, Democrats wanted $600. So this is a small disagreement. Who knows? Maybe they'll compromise at $400 or something, right? But even $400 additional every single week, that is just a ton of money on unemployment. I mean, now you're making, what, $3,200 a month just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. I still think that's a lot. But I think it's good for people who are unemployed, but at some point they also need to be motivated, to go back to work, of course. So anyways, just wanted to do a quick update on where we are at with this, not the CARES Act, the HEROES Act, the HEALS Act. It looks like we are moving more and more towards a $200 check, which I guess is good news for those of you that are unemployed and are in desperate needs for that. And then the unemployment is still kind of up for grabs, but I think they'll come to something here probably this week or next week at the latest. On a side note, gold did reach $2,000 an ounce for the first time ever overnight. I think it closed today at something like $19.93, and silver is right around that $24.50 range. Those are, if you've never heard of Exeter's Pyramid, there's so much money that is being printed while we're talking about these HEALS Act and the CARES Act and the HEROES Act. there's so much money that is being printed, you know, that people are going, and there's so many derivatives out there in the quadrillions of dollars, and um, it's just a matter of time before that money rushes down to something real like the metals. So I would be surprised if the metals don't run here soon. So, anyways, that's all for today, guys. It's Josh. Please subscribe, hit that like, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.